And now, live from Preston in the United Kingdom, welcome to SadCAST 11. In this week's show, we're going to talk about Lost, the new show Heroes, which we've seen the pilot of, Sci-Fi's big plug about Resistance, the web episodes, is it? Or webisodes? And also, webisodes, and also Mr. Peabody and that dog, and other bits and pieces. Lost, apparently. There's been a game being played over the summer where various fans of the show have been having access to various secrets about the up-and-coming season. In particular, the significance of Hurley's numbers. Apparently, these numbers are going to determine the longevity of humanity. And in effect, the people who've been playing this online game have been given access to some of the spoilers for the show. I'm really intrigued and enthralled by what this is going to be. Finally, maybe we're going to find the significance of some of these red herrings that have been thrown for Season 1 and Season 2. What do you guys think? Mike, what do you think?
I think those numbers are probably how many series they're going to stretch it out for. Yeah. Whichever's picked as the favourite one is the final answer.
Well, it's 42.
42.
I think that's significant, possible, personally. You know, there's a Hitchhiker's Guide reference there, maybe. What do you reckon, Ryan?
Personally, I think they just made up the numbers. And anything that they come up with is just going to be post-justification.
As as the only professional mathematician in the show, I think you should actually have come up with some real weird, wacky sort of
Get Carol Vorderman on the phone.
You're calling me a mathematician?
Yeah, you're a rocket scientist, aren't you? That's the same
You're a
thing.
nuclear engineer.
They just deal with explosions,
what's
not
the
numbers.
It's semantics, mate. Semantics. So what about the significance of S16 and 23 together? I know. It sounds a bit sexy to me. That it may be a bit rude.
I think there are his choices on his Chinese takeaway menu.
Yeah, that's right.
These 14, are your lucky numbers.
That's right. Yeah, most of us just say, "Oh, well, I'll have a number 16 and a number 33," but he has no. I'll have a 4 and 8, a 15, a 16, a 23, and a 42,
and a Diet Coke.
He had a Diet Coke. That's right. Okay, so
maybe we should play the lottery with them.
Yeah.
Well, these lottery numbers.
Well, that didn't work for Hurley.
Yeah. It did. It didn't. He won.
Vague knowledge of this.
Yeah, but he won. He just didn't do much with it. That's all. He didn't basically.
Well, he won, but it hurt everybody else who came in contact with him.
Yeah. Well, who cares really? You know, if you win all that. Well, I guess he would. He's a bit sensitive, isn't he? So okay. So we're mildly enthralled. Is that right? We're mildly. No, I am.
Mildly enthralled.
I'm mildly enthralled. I must admit. I think that'd be quite good.
Have you heard it's going for 9 series now?
9?
9.
How do they come up with 9?
Apparently they do actually have an ending. But everyone is so gripped with the series that they're going to stretch it out for another 9 more.
That's very, very bad. Yeah. Because I think 3 series would be just nice, just a nice ending, but 9 would be awful.
Yeah. From what I understand, they plan on doing 4 seasons.
There's one of the. I don't even know it. But one of the blokes was on some talk show over here. Could have been Jonathan Ross, maybe. And he said, there's 9 series. He could have been on a wind-up, I don't know. But they were only originally going to do 2. But the success of it stretched it out, first of all, to 4 or so. And then they're aiming at 9 now.
We picked up all the weapons from the other sites. They're in crates marked machine parts. Smuggle them over here a few at a time.
Wait a minute. You want to hide firearms in the temple?
Something wrong with that?
This is sacred ground. The Silents respect that, which is why they leave the temple alone.
And that makes it the perfect hiding place.
But it's sacrilege.
Well, I'll tell you what. You say a prayer. Ask the gods to forgive us. We move the guns in tonight.
Sci-Fi.com are making a big thing about their webisodes of Battlestar Galactica's new series Resistance. This is a 10-part series which is being shown on Sci-Fi.com. You can only get it on Sci-Fi.com, and they're short, like 2, 3, 5 minute episodes of the Resistance on one of the planets within the Battlestar Galactica saga. We watched a couple of episodes of them tonight, myself and Mike, and I know Ryan's had a quick scan of them. What did we think, guys? Ryan, what did you reckon?
I think they're doing a good job. I'm kind of surprised because they've got big name actors. I mean, real cast members doing this, and they're not just getting, random extra number 3 to do it. Although they have had them in there playing larger parts, but I'm generally impressed. Why?
What was so good about it? Because I didn't see it. I saw some second grade actors, none of the stars of the show, but people definitely from the show, about 3 of them, in a tent.
It must have been EastEnders or something.
It was not. There was no special effects. There was no big bang, no explosions. It was talking about babies and who should be the godfather of this, that, and the other. And there was very little reference to anything. I was quite disappointed.
It builds anticipation.
Okay.
For the upcoming season, it sets the stage for things. For instance, in the second episode, they're hiding guns in the temple.
Yeah.
And we're seeing this happen now today in the Middle East.
Okay, so do you think this is a bit of a teaser for the 3rd season then? Is that the whole point?
Absolutely.
Ah, interesting. Well, that's okay. So generally, what do we think about? I mean, out of the 4 of us, what would you say? We would say possibly that, 2 of us think it's crap, 1 of us thinks it's good. What about you, Holly? What do you think? Are you going to be neutral, or are you just going to say, I've never seen it?
I think it's interesting. It's fun.
Okay, Ryan, you went to Dragon. You were lucky enough to go to DragonCon last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's about 1.5 miles away from where I'm currently at.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Like Dragonflight.
So, basically, I had fun this year. I thought last year's was a little bit better because there was a lot more new science fiction movies and television series that were coming out immediately after DragonCon. So there were some nice little tidbits of information snuck in throughout DragonCon.
Like what? Give us an example.
Well,
you can't just say, I went to
George
DragonCon, it was all right.
A new zombie film.
Who?
It's going to be called Diary of the Dead, and it's going to follow sort of... it's going to be the outbreak of the zombie epidemic, and it's going to follow some people with a video camera who are chronicling what's going on. I don't have an official word yet whether or not it's taking place in Pennsylvania, but Smart Money says it will be.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else is there? Stargate, the entire franchise, is MGM's second largest.
Wow.
So there is no doubt in anybody's mind that they are going to continue milking that franchise for all it's worth.
How? How are they going to do that? Because they're finishing Stargate SG-1, so basically you're saying they're just going to invest more in Atlantis or develop more?
Well, they've got Atlantis, obviously, and that's going to keep on going. Stargate SG-1, as it was explained to me, it was becoming too expensive to produce. It has something to do with union contracts.
Right.
And basically they should have ended it 2 seasons ago, but just recreated the show and called it, I believe the working title they were using was Stargate Command. So it wouldn't have been any different from what we already saw these last 2 seasons, or season and a half. It just would have been a different name for them to get around some of the contracts.
Wow, really?
So there's talk about, I shouldn't say talk, there's very, very serious talk and some money floating around for Stargate movies.